All that being said, I would like to thank Beyonce for giving me this opportunity to speak about her, because like if I don't, like something might happen to me. Like I don't know. Whatever. Cowboy Carter was a bad album. Get over it.
Guess who finally won the album of the year, you guys? Beyonce. Beyonce won album of the year. And the album that even gave her that win is the Cowboy Carter. The same album that they criticized her for, the same album that she was dragged for, the same album of so many of these palm-colored people, especially saying she does not sound country, that she should just focus on what she has been singing before. These people came for her. If you've been on this channel, we've talked about so many conversations of palm-colored people literally saying she's not good at country music and all of that. This is an award that she deserved a long time ago. She has literally won so many categories, but this particular one is just one that seems like out of reach at a point. That is not the case anymore. She won Album of the Year, and so many palm-colored people are losing their shit over this. I'm not even joking. If you've been online, if you've seen their conversation, if you see what they are posting, some are even saying they're going to boycott Grammy. Some are saying they will go and listen to other album in the same category that she was nominated, so that album is going to come up. Put together what white people have to say about Beyonce winning country album of the year. So without wasting much time, let's get right into it.
Beyonce should not have won a Grammy for Cowboy Carter. Hands down. I don't care if you're from Houston. I don't care if you throw a banjo in the background and start stomping your boots around and start talking about Texas. That don't make it a country album. I've listened to country music my entire life. I grew up on country music. I've watched the CMA Awards, the ACM Awards, like you name it. I've done it. I've been there. I've seen it. My first concert was an Alan Jackson concert. Like, I grew up on this shit, okay? Objectively, Cowboy Carter was a bad album. Objectively. That doesn't mean Beyonce's not talented, okay? I'm gonna be real with you. According to my Spotify, she's one of my top listened to artists of all time, okay? Because when I started really getting into her back in the day, I really enjoyed Lemonade. I really enjoyed the Platinum album that came out before then. Even like her album with Halo on it, Love on Top, Irreplaceable. Like the girl's got some hits. The girl's got some talent. I'm not taking that away from her. What I'm saying is country music isn't for her. And the fact that she won a Grammy over other country artists like Lainey Wilson is beyond. It boggles my mind. And I'm tired of seeing the race card being played because we don't care that she's black. We don't care. I don't know if you've noticed, but people like Kane Brown and Jimmy Allen and Darius Rucker, Shabuzi have all done very well in country music. And country music fans don't seem to care that they're black. So maybe try a different argument. So I don't know what Beyonce has over the Grammy committee or whoever decides who gets what Grammy. But obviously she got her way. And I think that she knows too that she didn't deserve that. There's also this weird phenomenon that if you're in a nomination group with Beyonce and for whatever reason you win the Grammy over her, you have to thank her. You have to. If not, I guess you'll just combust. Like, I don't know what happens. So it's really bizarre to me. With all that being said, I would like to thank Beyonce for giving me this opportunity to speak about her, because like if I don't, like something might happen to me. Like, I don't know. Whatever. Cowboy Carter was a bad album. Get over it.
As somebody who lives in Nashville, unpopular opinion, maybe, I don't know, maybe popular, Beyonce winning Best Country Album is a slap in the face to the ones like Lainey and Casey and Chris that have dedicated their entire career life to being a country music artist. I don't care what you tell me. Didn't hate her album, just don't think it's country music. She's not in Nashville. She doesn't come to Nashville except for on a tour date. The people that are here or they're in country music, they're living and breathing it. They're in the bars in Nashville. They're promoting their music. They're in Texas. They're riding horses. They're doing stuff that is the lifeblood of country music. This is a political rigged thing, and it's really hard to watch the Grammys now.
Multiple other artists deserve that Grammy over Beyonce. I actually think Beyonce's album was second to third lowest on that entire list for me. So the fact that she won is just interesting. In my opinion, I think there were 3 albums that were easily better. I think Hit Me Hard and Soft was easily better. I think Short and Sweet was easily better. And I think The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess was easily better. And I think you could make arguments for other albums on the list. You could make arguments for Charlie's album. Hers had major cultural relevance. I mean, people are still replicating that kind of style today. I guess more so the album cover style. I think Hit Me Hard and Soft was Billie's best album ever. To me, it was genuinely miles above anything else on the list. I think without a doubt she deserved to win that Grammy. And honestly, I didn't see Beyonce winning that in any timeline. I truthfully thought they would have went for almost anyone else on that list. So when they said Beyonce won that, are we serious? I don't think Cowboy Carter was a bad album. I don't think it was a great album, though. And I think when you're talking about the Grammys and the most prestigious award in music that you can really get, talking about Album of the Year, a year-defining album. After Cowboy Carter dropped, I didn't hear a single person talk about it. No one. I genuinely didn't hear anyone bring it up again. I listened to it 1 or 2 times through when it dropped. No desire to go back to it. I've come back to Hit Me Hard and Soft multiple times. I think it is a massively deeper and more meaningful album. And I still hear people talk about it.
Okay, wait. Beyonce won what exactly? I'm talking about the best country album. And let me tell you something. I like Beyonce. Back in the day when Kanye took the mic from Taylor, and I didn't agree with him taking the mic from Taylor and getting on stage and doing all that, but I did agree with what he said, that Beyonce definitely had like the best video of all time with Single Ladies. So I like Beyonce. I love for her to win when she deserves it. But best country album? No. Lainey Wilson, Chris Stapleton, Post Malone, like, crushed it in the country world this year. Beyonce, I'm sorry, but not so much. Like, I loved the Texas song, but, like, it's not really country. For those of you that know country, that is not country. Let's think back to the country of the 90s, like the Garth Brooks, Reba McEntire days. Like, you have to have a little bit of that vibe in your music if you want to call it country. And if you don't, it's not country. Like, I'm not really sure what happened, but that is incredibly disappointing for the other artists that were on the list who are truly passionate about country music. They are country music artists. It's just, it's not for me. I love you, Beyonce, but that one is definitely a questionable decision.
If Beyonce winning best country album for an album that wasn't even country, and I'm gonna say it again, album of the fucking year, over Tortured Poets, over all of the other contenders, who I didn't even know who they were because it was such an obvious choice, like who was gonna win. Like, if this isn't the biggest sign that this whole fucking thing is so rigged and a distraction, like, you just want to make her look good in the midst of all the Diddy shit that she's so intertwined with. Like, ew. Also, she has a tour coming up. Like, this is all part of that. It's all like, all of this is controlled by ick. This should not be voted on by 13,000 fucking music industry professionals. You don't know shit about music. Look at who you chose for everything. Are you fucking kidding me? None of the people who won, none of it represents the numbers of the songs that were streamed the most, the songs that people actually listen to the most, that people, the general public, the fans actually like. Like, yeah, I'm pissed because I'm a Swiftie. Like, yeah, it's annoying. But I just also feel like on some level, these award shows should represent the truth. And her winning album of the year, like, country album, like, annoying as fuck. Annoying. She should not have won that. Like, you're not country. You're not country. You're such a fucking poser. It's not even funny. Disgusting. Ew. Go back to your shitty ass lip-synced pop, girl. Okay? Go back to that, because you can't sing country. You are not country. Don't try and be all, like, innocent, nice country girl. You're not. You're fucking Beyonce. Put your ass on a fucking cereal box and call it a day, okay? Go steal some more children and go to Diddy's fucking mansion. Bye. But album of the year. This should have been Taylor's 5th win. It should have been, because Tortured Poets is by far her best album. Like, nothing against the other albums. They're all amazing. But, like, Tortured Poets is, like, I said it in my last video. I'm going to say it again. It's a masterpiece. Lyrically, it's a masterpiece. Musically, it's beautiful. Like, just the number of songs, the amount of effort that went into that fucking album. It's a double album. Like, it's a double album. And all of the songs hit. Every single one is good. There's not one song on that album it's a skip. There's just none. It doesn't make any fucking sense unless it's all a big scheme. It's all a scheme. It's all fucking rigged. Look, I don't even care about the Grammys. I never watched it. But tell me why it is hilarious to see that the power of Beyonce is dying out. So apparently she won Best Country Album. And I will say, like 10 years ago, when Beyonce won something, you'd see the internet in an uproar celebrating her, the beehive out there going crazy. And I know it's my algorithm, but tell me why it is amazing to see that people are fighting against Beyonce. Because at one point, she was untouchable, and no one ever thought she would get to a point where people are rejecting her the way they are. So I'm not gonna give my 2 cents on whether she deserved it or not, because to be quite frankly honest, I don't really listen to a whole lot of music. And so it's not even my place to judge what is a good album. And to be honest, Hollywood is completely rigged and we already knew that. But I'm just happy to see that the Beehive's power is no longer what it was 10 years ago. That means society is waking up and not following Hollywood anymore. That's just my opinion. Again, I'm not going to say anything about the Grammys or who deserves it, who doesn't deserve it, because again, I don't really listen to music. But it's just kind of cool to see that people are advocating against following the Beehive and never questioning.
As you guys can see from their reaction, I'm sure we all can tell that these people are not buying the fact that she won in that category. Like they said, every other person, every other album on that list is way better than Cowboy Carter. And I think this is even expected. Like it is so expected, judging from the reaction from these people when she released that album. Cowboy Carter album is a very interesting album, but then they have a problem with it because, you know, Tia Fave did not get it. This person said, I was actually shocked and out to see if it was fake news because there was just no way. It is not personal, but common. And even people replying to this comment saying, yes, I really thought it was fake. I just couldn't believe the fact that that was true. This one said, I didn't expect it either. Like, how? I don't know how her song was even as popular as it was. I don't even know what songs are on that album. Because you don't like her and you don't check it out, and even before you could even click on it, you said she does not deserve it. Imagine saying someone doesn't deserve something you've never checked out before. Like, insane, right? This person said, if you're a Billie fan, read this. Since she lost the Grammys, we are all going to listen to HMHAS so it can be the #1 album on Spotify. There's like a trend or a train going on now saying they want to go and listen to other albums so that you can drop the position of Beyonce's album on the chart. The last one I have here said, bro, the album has no emotions. Overhaul of the contestants of Amazing Singers she won. Out of all of them, the other person replied, the other person said, I'm not mad that she won, but I wasn't really expecting her to win because of other things that people aren't ready to talk about. Maybe because she didn't speak out for pro-Palestine and all of that. But I think this is what this person is referring to in this context. Let me hear what you guys think. What do you think about Beyonce's win? If you're a white person watching this right now, what is your take on Beyonce literally winning album of the year? And the album that gave her a win is Cowboy Carter. Let me hear what you guys think in the comment section. A part 2 is going to be coming up because black people are so excited about this win, and they have been having a lot of things to say to white people who have been reacting negatively to Beyonce's win. So I'm going to see you guys in the next episode.